This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, earlier this week, we reported on a 3-year-old child found unresponsive and not breathing in Edgecombe on Christmas Day. Maine State Police now say that child's death was a homicide. The 3-year-old child has been identified as McKinsley Handrahan of Edgecombe. An autopsy was conducted at the office of the chief medical examiner in Augusta on Monday, ruling her death a homicide. Shortly after 7:30 Christmas morning, the Lincoln County Communication Center received a 911 call in Edgecombe regarding a 3-year-old child that was not breathing. Rescue and sheriff's deputies responded to the residence, which was located on Route 1. McKinsley Handrahan was transported to Miles Memorial Hospital and pronounced dead. Maine State Police detectives continue to investigate the circumstances surrounding her death. We'll bring you any new information as it becomes available. Well, yesterday we told you about Joel Williams, who was arrested for assault after an alleged altercation with a worker at a Circle K in Brewer. This is his 24th offense, and he is still on the street tonight. An all too real frustration for law enforcement. Our David Ledford has more.
We need to take a serious look at how we're handling these things right now in Maine.
A Brewer man, Joel Williams, is facing charges after allegedly assaulting a store clerk at Circle K on North Main Street the day after Christmas. According to Brewer Public Safety Director Jason Moffett, Williams had 24 active sets of bail conditions across the state at the time of his arrest. Moffett says that while Williams' number of arrests are high, it is not unusual for an individual to have multiple active sets of bail in Maine due to the state's bail code.
For me, it is frustrating, but it is nowhere near as frustrating as for my officers on the street. And some of these folks are getting arrested, 3 or 4 times in a week.
LD 1703, legislation known as an act to amend the bail code, would lower the cost of bail fees if passed. According to Moffett, this legislation could make it more difficult for judicial officers to keep repeat offenders off of the street, and says that it's important to have a system in place to hold criminal offenders accountable.
We need to amend the current bail code for sure. Unfortunately, the jail is needed for people that may need that temporary time out, even before they've been sentenced, to protect the rest of the public.
According to the Penobscot Judicial Center Clerk's Office, Williams has already been released on bail for this latest offense, bail set at $250. Williams' dispositional conference, the first court date for his case after his initial arraignment, will take place on March 13, 2023. David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Well, there was a scary situation in Brewer earlier today. A Buick traveling northbound on South Main Street hit this truck and then rolled over. There were 2 people inside the car. 1 suffered minor injuries. The owner of the truck was not hurt in the accident. Brewer police tell us that the accident is still under investigation. Well, some Mainers are still without power days after the state's most recent storm as it tore through the area and did damage. According to Versant Power's most recent estimates, roughly 2,200 customers are still waiting for the lights to come back on. Versant President John Flynn says that line workers are working diligently while also fighting off the fatigue of the long days of work in that restoration effort.
So we're seeing, number one, more snapped utility poles than we've ever seen before, really reminiscent of a hurricane type event. We had, as of this morning's call, we'll have another call at 3. My guess is the number will be higher. We had 78 utility poles that were snapped. We have miles of conductor laying on the ground, literally just ripped off of poles.
Flynn says Versant hopes that the majority of those still without power will have it restored in the next day or so. And there is some good news tonight for those earning minimum wage. Starting January 1st, minimum wage will increase from $12.75 to $13.80. That increase is based on a state law for annual adjustments for the cost of living. Also starting January 1st, employers with 11 or more workers have to pay out unused as well as accrued vacation time when a worker leaves their job. Well, a community has petitioned for the restoration of a historic landmark, but will it be enough to save it? Our Devin Dagnall spoke with the officials who could decide the fate of that structure.
6 months have passed since the cottage next to the Prospect Harbor Lighthouse caught fire in Goldsboro. Since then, the town and the Historical Society have spoken out in favor of the full restoration of the cottage by sending a petition to State Representative Jared Golden.
It's a landmark. It's a historic landmark, and we don't really want to see it demolished or destroyed.
That's Ray Mathewson, the vice president of the Goldsboro Historical Society and one of the individuals who spearheaded the petition to restore Gulls Cottage. The petition is all the town can do for the historic cottage because it's actually owned by the U.S. Navy, so they can't take any action of their own.
All very enthusiastic about signing the petition. A lot of people were not even full-time residents here. They were summertime residents, and they were all very, very supportive of it. It was very important to them to restore that keeper's house.
Recently, the Historical Society was given hope when workers began constructing a temporary roof over the cottage. When we reached out to the Navy to ask if any decision had been made for the cottage, Jeremy Lambert of the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard responded by stating, "The Navy's decision on the future of Gull Cottage has not been made." However, he did also say, "The Navy must consider effects on historic properties and will provide an opportunity for interested parties and the public to participate in a consultation to identify and evaluate these effects." The Navy anticipates the engagement effort will begin in spring 2023. According to Mathewson, his work is far from over.
We will plan to attend those meetings when and if they happen. They have been appropriately coming to the select board meetings several times since it happened. We obviously can't get old beams and old wood and everything in there, but we'd like to restore it as much as possible to the original as-is condition.
For ABC 7 and Fox 22, I'm Devin Dagnall.
Well, a Maine business has donated $10,000 to local cancer care centers. Darling's Auto Group has pooled money from all of its dealerships to support community charities during the holiday season. The organization collected the funds back in October during its annual recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, where vehicles are given pink plates and proceeds are collected from each one that is sold. According to Executive Vice President Kevin Tessio, the donation comes as a response to support from the community.
The community supports us, and we feel that it is absolutely a part of our mission and always will be to give back and, to try really hard to affect the most people in our area.
The donation was shared between Sarah's House, the Beth C. Wright Cancer Resource Center, the Dempsey Center, and the Martha B. Weber Breast Cancer Center. For information on how to donate, you can visit their websites. Governor Janet Mills announced today she will nominate Major William Ross to serve as the next colonel of the Maine State Police. Major Ross is a 20-year veteran of the Maine State Police. He joined back in 2002 as a trooper and has worked his way up through the ranks. Before that, he worked for the New York Police Department and then joined the Portland Police Department. He currently serves as Operations Major for Maine State Police. And one Maine police station is looking to get its department on the Reels primetime show On Patrol Live. Our Matthew Juroncic explains.
In the town of Holden, Police Chief Chris Greeley always comes up with unique ideas to help give back to the community. And this time he is taking it to a new level. Holden PD going to national TV.
I just thought it would be fun to maybe get a shout out from this police-focused TV show and raise money for charity at the same time.
The show Greeley is talking about is On Patrol Live, a series that follows police officers and sheriffs across the country.
We're a very busy little police department. Last month we dealt with 276 different things in 1 month. Last year we had a record of 412, we call them arrests. They're basically 412 times we dealt with a criminal case where somebody was charged. That's a high number for a town with a population of 3,200 people.
On Patrol Live highlights patrol units across the United States, and Greeley suggests that Maine could be a destination worth visiting.
Geographically, they've not been to this part of the country. I think that's one thing that might interest them. Secondly, we're a very proactive police department. My officers are out there very diligently arresting people who are wanted and getting OUIs and responding to crimes, and then charging people.
However, Greeley says what separates other departments from his is how the officers protect and serve. They really take the service to a different level.
But we also do public relation things, I think, that a lot of police departments don't do. 25 Days of Kindness, we raised over $26,000 this year, and so far we've given away over $19,000 in cash to people in Holden mostly.
A police department that is not only community-centric, but fun to be around, Greeley has a message for the directors of On Patrol Live.
Come to Maine, visit the Holden Police Department.
Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Definitely a snappy soundtrack working there. Alrighty, well, let's turn things over, take a first look at our forecast and see what weather is on its way.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Wednesday. Your first weather is brought to you by Scott's Recreational Offices in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono. And okay, for us, the light snow and flurries out there today are pretty much done with us now. We'll get a break in the action tomorrow, also for Friday, before our next weather system gets in here later on Saturday. And it is basically gaining shape here across the Midwest. That will begin to move our direction. Until then, lots of clouds across the area tomorrow and some snow north of us tomorrow, but most of us around here will stay dry. Temperatures, though, look at this, 32 here in Bangor, 25 Millinocket. Comfortable, right? But even warmer temperatures are on the way. In fact, we could do mid-40s this weekend. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is cloudy skies, a couple flurries out there with low temperatures in the 20s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much. And coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll take a look at some of the biggest headlines from the months of May and June as we continue our 2022 year in review. That and much more coming right up.
Do you have leaky pipes? Are you planning a plumbing job? Is your heating system working right? Are you designing a plumbing project? Then contact Harley's Plumbing and Heating Plus.
If your toilet will not flush, Harley will be there in a rush. Furnace bit the dust today. Harley crew is on the way. Harley Plumbing, Harley Heating. 990-2200.
Call now.
Harley!
Call or visit online.
For the best selection in classic and contemporary furnishings, stop by Richard Parks Furniture on High Street in Ellsworth. Handcrafted New England-made bedrooms and dining rooms, imported Scandinavian recliners and upholstery, more than 40 lines of furniture for the home and patio. Richard Parks Furniture is your #1 stop for quality, functionality, and well-designed furniture at affordable prices. Richard Parks Furniture.
Discover Richard Parks.
132 High Street in Ellsworth.
Discover Richard Parks.
Hammond Lumber Company appreciates the communities that have supported Hammond's prosperity and growth over the years. The Hammond team is grateful for the opportunity to give back by supporting local causes that sustain strong, vibrant communities throughout Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond recognizes that they could not do this without your support. Thank you for choosing Hammond as your building project partner. Hammond Lumber Company, proud to serve local communities since 1953.
I tried everything to remove fabric odors, but my clothes still smelled. Until I finally found New Downy Rinse and Refresh.
It doesn't just cover odors, it helps remove them up to 3 times better than detergent alone. Find New Downy Rinse and Refresh in the fabric softener aisle.
When Mainly Mercantile wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Mainly Mercantile is a venue of small businesses. We are a diverse group offering upcycled furniture and home decor, vintage items, jewelry, DIY creative products, made in Maine items, and souvenirs.
Oh, that's a normal. Wow.
This holiday season, get 2.9% APR for 48 months plus $500 trade assist cash on a new 2023 Forte.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Well, all this week we are taking a look back at some of the most memorable stories of the year. A.J. Douglas highlights some of the top stories from May and June of 2022.
The U.S. Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade shocked the nation, sparking protests nationwide, including here in Bangor. Advocates gathered in front of the federal courthouse and Senator Susan Collins' headquarters in support of pro-choice rights.
I'm thinking about all the young people who are not going to have the same access to these services that my generation had, and I want to do better and right by them.
The trial of a Northfield man accused of triple murder began in early May. Thomas Bonfanti was later convicted of murdering 3 people and wounding a 4th, Regina Hall. Hall survived a gunshot wound to the face.
Being a survivor ain't an easy thing to do. I've shaked and cried for 2.5 years.
Parents of Foxcroft Academy students gathered for a peaceful protest to stand in solidarity after a judge allowed 2 students involved in a sexual assault case to continue attending school.
We became aware of it. We communicated with the proper authorities. We called the alleged victim, put in support immediately.
A NASA astronaut from Maine made sure to bring the state flag on their journey to space. Jessica Meyer flew the Maine state flag on the International Space Station. The flag is now on display at the Maine State Museum.
When we have the privilege of being in space and looking down at the state of Maine from above and really of the entire planet, it is absolutely life-changing.
Last, a Norwalk man that was reported missing after simply walking away from a psychiatric center unknowingly advanced the conversation concerning mental health. The mother of 37-year-old Graham Locker says she will never stop searching for her son.
We think that we've done a good job searching around Bangor, and my husband and I have certainly traveled.
The search continues for any information that will bring Graham Locker home. A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, how and where Bangor residents can drop off their Christmas trees for recycling. And in sports, Maine men's hockey is back for the second half of their season, and they're riding a 4-game winning streak into the final stretch. That story right after the break.
Even though Dorsey Furniture is known for our vast collections of quality home furnishings, sometimes we like to venture into the forgotten passageways and dark corners of our enormous warehouse to mine the odd nightstand, forgotten sofa, orphaned love seat, or the elusive discontinued mattress. Meanwhile, our sales manager, and not the bean counters, smash the original retail prices into tiny fractions of themselves. Dorsey Furniture Black Tag Sale going on now.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
We're a AAA family.
We found out about AAA insurance through a friend who had actually mentioned it a while ago. We ran the numbers and it totally worked.
We looked at the statement for our previous insurer and then AAA insurance. Definitely, we've seen a huge difference.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
By switching over to AAA insurance, we saved over $450. So with our savings, he bought more equipment.
More money means more practice equipment.
In his world.
Why didn't we do this earlier? Why did it take so long?
We're a AAA family now.
AAA insurance allows us to do so much more with our kids and spend more time with them.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 877-209-5384 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Herman Motor Company. Whether you're looking for a new vehicle or to have your current vehicle serviced or detailed, Herman Motor Company has it all.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start on the ice. After a few weeks off for winter break, Maine men's hockey is back out there prepping for their first game in a long time. We will bring in Ryan Sudol for this one. Ryan, you were up in Orono talking with the Black Bears this week. What's going on at the Alfond?
Yeah, Tyler, welcome back, by the way. I was up in practice on Tuesday, and the Black Bears are in a pretty good spot right now. They finished up their first half of their season hot, winners of 4 straight. And it came at a pretty good time, too. After a good start, they went on a 5-game skid, but those games were all close 1-goal games. They took their bye week, rattled off 4 wins, and then went home for break. So, yes, they're streaking to start the second half. But if you ask them, they kind of wish that they kept playing.
It was actually been nice to kind of keep playing after, when we were winning a few games there. So, we had 2 weeks off, and that's a long time to go without, real organized practice. And but the guys come back with good energy.
We've been here since July, though, and, we haven't had a break since then, so it was nice to get home and see our families. But for the momentum we built, the 4 weekends, actually, of the end of November to mid-December, we really got on a roll. So it's tough to leave that for 2 weeks and a break.
Yeah, so 4 weeks in a row. Definitely tough to kind of just walk away from the ice after that. But sitting here right now, they are in a completely different spot than they were a year ago. They've beaten some good teams, hung with some good teams. So, Ryan, can these guys make a run in Hockey East?
In short, yes, I believe so. They believe so, too. And they're basically past their toughest test of the year and said that if they bring everything every night, that they think they can hang and beat just
We
about
believe in this
anyone.
locker room. Our coaches believe.
It was actually been.
We believe in this locker room. Our coaches believe, every single one of our guys believe that we can make a push towards this back of the season. It's going to be a grind for sure, and we're young, and we're gonna learn and develop through the process. But I think we got all the pieces that we need to really make a push. We're a hard-working team. Our work ethic's never in question. I think it's just putting the details together, putting all the little things together. It's going to allow us to propel forward and make a push.
All right, thanks for that, Ryan. Looking forward to see what the second half brings for Maine hockey. We'll move on now and let you go over to some high school basketball. We'll go down east to Ellsworth for some Class C and D boys action between Sumner and Jonesport Beals. Sumner is playing as the home team here down in Ellsworth. We'll get to these highlights in a second. Tigers, they're trying to get to 3-1 on the year, and we're going to pick this game up in the second quarter when it starts. Just waiting on the highlights. But Sumner would pull away for this one for a 48-43 victory. I guess we'll show you those highlights in a little bit. That is all we have for sports right now. Here's your full 5-day forecast.
Tyler, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Penobscot Plaza in Bangor, providing custom ink by licensed artists for over 20 years. And okay, for us, we have another wet system on the way, arriving for us late Saturday into Sunday, New Year's Day, by the way, and it's going to be mostly rain again, and a healthy rain at that. Today, though, there was some light flurry action, some light snow across the area, not really a big deal. That is pulling out of here right now, but there's more behind it. There's a lot going on across the atmosphere right now, so we're going to keep the clouds around. Our next disturbance is over here across the Great Lakes right now. That will bring some light snow to our north tomorrow, but then the main event gets in here over the weekend, Saturday into Sunday, with a rain event across much of the area, and it could be a pretty good rain event at that, as here's that energy now across the Phoenix area. It's going to ride all the way up in our direction and bring us that rain and a little bit of snow getting in here over the weekend. For tonight, though, no worries at all. Cloudy skies out there, a couple of flurries. Now, here's tomorrow morning. There'll be a little bit of snow to our north tomorrow morning. Again, not a big deal. They could see a dusting of snow here. That quickly gets out of here by tomorrow evening. And we're talking Friday. We're looking pretty good around here, followed by increasing clouds. And then the main event gets in here later Saturday and Sunday with a healthy rainfall on the way. Until then, though, we are mostly cloudy around here as we have lots of clouds in our future. So rainfall-wise, I'm going to run this through Saturday into Sunday into Monday. We have another 1 to 2 inch rainfall on the way. It's not all going to be rain. There'll be a little bit of snow with this, but again, snow's going to be hard to find. Here's the one model prediction, right? We could see maybe an inch of snow tomorrow to our north, then maybe a little bit more later on Sunday, New Year's Day. Other than that, though, not a lot of snow in our forecast anytime soon. There will be be some wind, though, especially over the weekend as the system approaches from the west. Out there today, though, calm winds, and that could be a problem tonight with some dense fog across our region tonight into tomorrow as well. With temperatures hanging out right at freezing here in Bangor today, 25 for Millinocket. We'll do even better than this tomorrow, and then we're going to kick into some 40s around here probably Friday into Saturday and Sunday. But visibility is beginning to come down now with some dense fog across the area and even some light snow showers for the north. So overall, if you're traveling tonight, keep your lights on for sure. Okay, our forecast then for tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there. A couple of flurries can't be ruled out, even a little dense fog in there, with low temperatures down near 25. For tomorrow, okay, so lots of clouds around tomorrow. There could be a little bit of light snow north of our area tomorrow. We're traveling that direction with high temperatures up near 38 tomorrow through the afternoon, so a bit warmer than today. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows the story, right? So 38 tomorrow, that is a 45 for Friday. Here's New Year's Eve, rain chance pretty good through the afternoon, 46. New Year's Day, 48, and rain. That rain could be heavy, drying out on Monday with temperatures still near 40. Beth?
All righty, Jeff, thanks so much. And there is still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
Meet Febrez's Miracle Spray, Febreze Fabric Refresher. I literally use this every day to make my house smell amazing. After I make the bed, after I catch my dog on the couch, so I can wear my jacket or jeans one more time before I wash them again. It even makes shoes smell fresh. It doesn't cover up odors with scent, but actually helps eliminate them. Over 1,000 uses. Febreze Fabric Refresher.
The biggest sale of the year starts right now, and it's only at the Furniture Gallery. Huge discounts everywhere during our year-end blowout sale. Recliners starting at $2.99. Queen mattresses also $2.99. And sectionals as low as $6.99. Save up to 75% off brand names like Ashley, Lane, Serta, Simmons, Nectar. You won't see these savings again, so don't miss your chance to purchase that special item now. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Have you noticed our bills keep going up?
Yeah, and now electricity prices are going up because natural gas prices are up. We need to find ways to make cuts.
John told me the PUC website offers information about financial assistance, conservation programs. We should check on Betty. She lives on a fixed income. She keeps her heat way down. When prices go up again, she may really need help.
I heard you can get help with your utility bills. You should let her know.
Okay.
When Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance.
With so much at stake, more Americans turn here than any other newscast. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir, America's #1 newscast and the #1 program on television.
Well, Christmas is over, and now the cleanup is underway, at least for some. Some of us are hanging on to Christmas with both hands still, but for some, the cleanup is underway, and Christmas trees are part of that. They can be dropped off for recycling at Bangor Public Works 7 days a week from 7 a.m. until sunset. If you don't have a vehicle, then you can put them out for curbside pickup starting January 3rd.
And we accept those just as long as they're cleaned and they don't have any metal stuck to them.
Well, he says that Bangor is using the bin system for trash. It can be difficult to get all the holiday items in those bins. You can also drop those off.
You can bring in paper, packing material, plastic bags, boxes, that type of thing.
Well, holiday trash will be accepted as of January 3rd. Bangor Public Works is located at 530 Main Avenue rather. There will be signs directing you as to where to go. Alrighty, not quite ready to take our Christmas tree down yet, but that's us. All right, well, that's going to do it for us, folks, from everybody here at ABC 7. Take care. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you right back here at 11. Good night, everybody.